The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
Gotta be the man! You gotta be the man! Whoa!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the world heavyweight champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
I make them good girls go bad. I make them good girls go. Good girls go. Daddy's little girl, just take a bite. Let me shake up your world, 'cause just one night couldn't be so wrong. I'm gonna make you lose control. She was so shy till I drove her wild. I make them good girls go bad. I make them good girls go bad. Yeah, you're that guy. I'd be stupid to trust, but just one night couldn't be so wrong. You make me wanna lose control. She was so shy till I drove her wild. I make them good girls go bad. I make them good girls go bad. I was hanging in the corner with my five best friends. I heard that you were trouble, but I couldn't resist. I make them good girls.
Cobra Starships with Good Girls Go Bad. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I am trying to make sense of Maryse's return in WWE. This has come to my attention, but for none of the right reasons. Rather, it has been brought to my attention for the obvious reasons, if anything. To me, I'm having great difficulty, trying to figure out how Maryse fits into this new generation of new women that we've seen come into the business. Names like Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Paige. To me, she was so 2008, and there's nowhere really Maryse belongs. You're playing a game. Which one of these things does not belong? And Maryse is the obvious thing that doesn't belong that is standing up to me as a wrestling fan for X number of years. I've been following wrestling for over 20 years, and Sable to me made more sense in 2004 within that generation in the early thousands than what Maryse does now in 2016. It's not 2008 through 2010 anymore, and she just doesn't belong. In my opinion, what you have to do is you have to focus on the new women in professional wrestling, especially if you're promoting what they are calling the Women's Revolution in WWE. You've got this new championship, and what the focus has to be on is the new championship and the division, and the names in the division who are fresh, who are new, that we really don't know anything about, and we're learning about as time goes on. Not to go back in the past and bring people like Maryse back into the picture who really don't belong and have no really reason for being in WWE. I'm okay with Maryse being there if Maryse was just the manager and the wife of The Miz and they had that whole gimmick played up for her for the whole time she was there. What I'm hoping we don't see from Maryse is being involved in matches either in singles competition within the women's division or in a mixed tag team scenario where The Miz teams up with her to take on someone like, say, Cesaro and someone that Maryse may be feuding with and everything going on with The Miz's character. I'm fine with it that way. But what I don't want to see is Maryse getting away from being the manager of The Miz and his wife and then going from that to being a wrestler like she was back in 2008, 2009. Here's how I look at it. Maryse held the Divas Championship for over 216 days as the Divas Champion, for those of you keeping score at home. And in my opinion, 216 days as Divas Champion, making her one of the longest reigning Divas Champions in history, is sufficient enough. She doesn't need a second or a third Women's Championship reign to solidify her legacy as one of the greatest female performers in the history of professional wrestling, because 216 days is really impressive. It's one of the longest reigns we've ever seen in history. Of course, the first reign, of course, was AJ of over 295 days as Divas Champion. So you had AJ and Maryse really setting records that have been established for a very long time in professional wrestling. So we don't need to see Maryse go to 300, 400 days as Women's Champion to go any further than what she's already gone. So I am fine with Maryse, having been as champion for over 216 days, and that says, with a lot of confidence coming from me. I have confidence in Maryse that Maryse can still wrestle. It's not that I don't have confidence in Maryse's ability, because obviously, after doing something for so many years and establishing herself as one of these legendary divas in professional wrestling, which says a lot about Maryse, because I really think that she was a legendary name and meant for great things in the wrestling business. I have no problem with Maryse. I have no doubt in my mind that she can still go with some of these women, because some of the best names in the wrestling business, either males or females, can still go after 15, 20 years. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind about any of them in the way of Trish Stratus and Lita's. I mean, if you put Trish and Lita in the ring against people like Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, there's no doubt in my mind that they could hand them their ass, and the same thing could be said about someone like Maryse. It's just, I don't want to see this in this new generation of women we've kind of come into, this women's revolution in professional wrestling, especially with how the term diva now has been dropped from everything having to do with women's wrestling, to put it on the same level of the Ring of Honor women's division or the TNA women's division. I really appreciate how we're seeing something different happening, separating the women in WWE from every other organization who have promoted a women's division through the years, even World Championship Wrestling and ECW from back in the day when you had names like Jazz and Beulah McGillicuddy and, of course, Francine. I think that this is awesome. What's happening here for WWE. I think they've come into their own now with their women's division, and they are promoting it the right way, so that you don't need to go back in the past and have divas or women like Maryse showing up with no explanation as to why they are back. Maryse just kind of shows up now in support of The Miz. I'm fine with it if she remains as a manager, but again, you think about the managers and the whole idea of managers and that concept is kind of inadequate. That they're bringing back managers in the way of Maryse's and this one or that one in professional wrestling when the era of managers is pretty much dead. The times have changed professional wrestling, and they as an industry obviously have to change with the times. And it's not about being someone's manager anymore, having a managerial license. It's about, your reputation in professional wrestling. And with Maryse having a phenomenal reputation for herself, does she need to come back and tarnish that reputation? That's the biggest concern that I have for Maryse. I've had this conversation with a lot of people in a lot of the interviews that I've done over the last number of months, talking about Maryse's return in WWE. I am not the biggest fan of Maryse's return in WWE. There are so many other things that I think the focus needs to be on in professional wrestling.